All right, Viking fans, the Minnesota Vikings are going to cross the pond and take over. Let's talk about it next in 3, 2, 1. Gather around, Skull brothers and sisters. This is Skull World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. You can follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at Skull World. Now make sure you hit subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. I want to hear what you want to think. That's the only way I get better. That's the only way I grow. And I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen to me when you have so many options. Now I also go live on Monday, a lead-in show to the Monday Night Football game. That's with Skull Purple Podcast. We broadcast on both my channel and his, and I also go live on the Purple Code on Tuesdays. That's with MC Rap from Purple Pocket Podcast. Make sure you go and subscribe, like, and comment to all those channels. Make sure you ring the bell. That way you never miss a show, including mine. I appreciate it. Now let's talk about the London game, but I want to start off talking about our captain. I have an apology to make. I left that game thinking Kirk Cousins had a poor game, but was able to overcome it in the fourth quarter. That's the narrative. The Cousins underperformed. We barely scraped by with the victory. Now we did. We barely scraped by with the victory, but there's some things to think about here. Lions had 23 first downs. We had 30. We had more first downs than them. Now, they had more plays. They had about 9 more plays, 76 compared to 67. They had more yards, 416 to 373. Here is where there is a little bit of a difference. They had more rushing yards than us, but we had more, but barely. And we had 4.9 yards per carry. They had 4. They had their fewest amount of rushing by like 60 or 50 yards than they had in the previous 2 games. You know, they rushed for 190. Instead, they ran for 139. Now, we ran for 123, but they did it off of 35 carries, and we did it off of 25. Penalties. Again, only 3 penalties for 15 yards for the Vikings. One almost cost us at the end, but we still were able to overcome it and score a touchdown. Penalties for them, 7 for 59. We are a more disciplined team than the 3 teams that we played. So that, and we tied the turnover. We had the fumble. They had the interception at the end. We didn't cause a sack. They only had 1, but it was an outstanding play by a linebacker freelancing. He did a delayed blitz only because he didn't have anybody to cover, and he says, why not? And that is where, offensively, we need to design someone to take that up, go out in a route. He had just too many guys blocking. Guy whiffs on a late blitz. So there's so many things to think about, but here was the big difference. They were 3 for 16 on third down. They took chances and went for it on fourth, extending drives. They were lucky in that sense that they got the fourth downs better than league average. Cost them in the end when we stopped them. But 4 for 6 is a good percentage to have. If they only get 2 of them, this is maybe a victory running away for the Vikings. Now, we were 1 for 2 on fourth down, and that second one was a 4th and 8 late in the game. I think the game's over. Thielen was held. Everybody's screaming about it. They got away with one. Kirk Cousins threw it to the right guy. Would have got the pass interference call. Didn't get it. But, hey, they were 3 for 16 on third downs. 3 for 16, that's horrible. Now, mind you, we were 2 for 9 and 1 for 9 on fourth, so we got a lot to work to do there too. But, hey, we're getting it done on first and second, it seems. Not needing the third down. But these guys, 3 for 16, needing fourth down to get a first down. Extended drives. kept our offense off the field, kept us, from gaining momentum. So there's a lot to be said about the Lions did what they had to do. They played desperate. They make risky decisions, and they're 1-3 or 1-2 right now. They out of 3 games are 1-2, mainly because they're rolling the dice and it was working. But you live by the sword, you die by the sword, and that's what happened this game. We were able to come back and take it. Fight me on it. The Lions are a good team. They're going to be in the playoff picture, but they are not the Vikings. These guys are living on borrowed time, making all those 4th downs, having terrible success on 3rd down. Terrible success. This made our defense look worse than what it was. Now, looking back at the game, I watched all the plays because so you didn't have to. Again, let me repeat that. I watched all the plays so you don't have to. Our defense is a shell defense, and there is, looking back on what Donatell was trying to do, he was trying to funnel the ball to where he wanted the ball to go, because he played back with Dantzler and he would play up with Peterson, and that might switch versa, but he's trying to get the ball to where he wants the ball to go. All right. Now he is relying on us getting to the quarterback with a front 4. We're not, and here's where I disagree with that. If you're gonna do this, at least show blitz occasionally. Make them think you're coming and back out of it, instead of just not showing it at all and rushing 4. And then they know it's, and then leaving a 7-yard, 8-yard cushion on the boundary. So there's a lot to think about there, a lot to change. Now, keep in mind, I look back and think, oh my God, we must have had so many 3-and-outs. First drive, missed field goal. I apologize, Kirk Cousins. I thought you had a bad throw. It was a tipped ball to Justin Jefferson. Now this next throw on the 3rd down, it was high to Justin Jefferson. It's not getting a first down anyways. But we kick a field goal. I think we should have punted there. So that's our first drive of the game. We should have scored, right? We would have had a chance to score. Now, we get the ball back. It's not a 3-and-out. It's a punt. We get stopped on first down when we ran the ball, so it was 2nd and 10. Kirk Cousins gets a 5-yard pass. Now it's 3rd and 5. He calls in max protect. He's got 3 guys out in the route. He has all the time in the world to throw, but they're completely covered. He runs the outside and spikes the ball. Not spikes the ball, but throws it out of bounds to live another day. The problem I have is that missed field goal gave them a short field after they've already missed a field goal. I didn't like that. Didn't like it at all. And then we punt, and then what do you know? They get a touchdown. Now we're down 14-0. This game should have been, at worst, 7-0 against us, but no, or 7-3. But unfortunately, it was 14-0 at this point. Now, what do? How do we answer? 11 play, 80-yard drive in 4 minutes, 48 seconds. So we move the ball really well. Touchdown. All right. 8 plays, 35 yards. They turned the ball over on downs. That was our first 4th down stop. Awesome. We get the ball back. I think 9 plays, 49 yards. So we got it at midfield. 3:46. This is the Lions shooting themselves in the foot. Gets us back in the game. All right, 14-14. 4 plays, 17 yards. They got a punt. Then, here I thought we were going to kneel. So we don't kneel. And we get a PI penalty and a nice throw to KJ Osborne. We're in field goal range. Lions player knocks the ball out of our hands. We could go up 17-14. At this point, our offense is clicking. We had a chance to go ahead, and we're going to get the ball the next half. I went back and looked at every play. We were doing fine. You may be frustrated the first two drives, but we gave up opportunity for, we gave up an opportunity. We only had one, that second drive, where we weren't in scoring capability, but every other drive in the first half, we were in scoring range. We had four drives that we were in scoring range, two of which we scored touchdowns, one of which we couldn't get the damn field goal off because of a cheating play by the Lions, knocking the ball out of our hands when we're trying to snap it, and then a missed field goal. So 4 of the 5 drives in the first half, we had opportunity to score. Not so bad now, you think? We come out, punt, 3 plays. That's our first 4 and out, man, or 3 and out. They get a field goal. We miss a field goal. Now, we're 5 of our first 7 drives, we had scoring opportunities. 5 of our first 7. They score a touchdown. Now we're down again, down 10. We're driving. We're gonna be in field goal range, no problem. We're gonna get a first down, butt fumble. 6 out of our first 8 drives scoring range. And we're moving the ball easily on that drive, fumble. 3 and out again by the Lions. Defense is stepping up. Then we have our second 3 and out. We punt. Then we stop them 4 plays, 18 yards. They punt. Then 6 plays, 57 yards, touchdown, 2 minutes and 49 seconds. Running the 2-minute drill, getting up there with 15 to 20 seconds on the clock. Awesome. Now we're 6? 6 for our first 9. We were in scoring range, and we scored 3 touchdowns. Boom. Missed field goal. 5 plays, 11 yards. We turned the ball over on downs. We get a screw job, no penalty. We 5 plays, 17 yards, and we turn it over on downs. Then they get a missed field goal instead of punting it, which they should have. Then we come back, score a touchdown on 3 plays, 56 yards, and 25 seconds. Not looking so bad now that we think about it, right? 7 drives where we could have scored, and we score 4 times. It could have been a different game. They have 1 less 4th down, or 2 less. We score 1 or 2 more times out of those 7. It's a blowout. Now let's move on to the Saints. Now let's talk about this guy, man. Kirk Cousins. I apologize. You had a really good game. Not a great game, but a good game. A very good game. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. You threw the ball when you want. Now you can say, oh my God, he missed KJ Osborne. Oh my God, that was a terrible throw. He missed KJ Osborne. He's wide open. He's being hit on the play. He thought he underthrew it. Well, what happened? That was 3rd down. 4th and 6. He throws a dart to Thielen. 1st down. We go down and score a touchdown. We went and scored a touchdown anyway. So come on, man. He misses KJ Osborne. He's going to hit that. If he has a half split second more, he's able to gauge the touch. He had to throw it before he looked. Who knows? If it's a split second later, KJ's looking wide ass open. He's gauging the ball better. Much better play. But 4th down conversion, midfield, 4th and 6. If we don't get it, we're in bad shape. We got it. Bullet to Thielen. Thielen's at the yard marker. Falls down on his butt for a first down. We end up going down and scoring. So, whoop-de-dee that he missed that to KJ Osborne. He ended up tying the game with us. We ended up tying the game anyways. So, hey, there you go. Now, one thing about Kirk Cousins is the last time he played in London, he had 38 he threw for 38 receptions, and he had 459 yards. And he had an amazing game for Washington. It was in 2017 in London. This guy is licking his chops to go play in London. The advantage he has is, between him and Winston, one of these guys has probably more discipline of a football career. A little more discipline of a football career. The way he handles the ball, the way his off-season study habits. Jameson Winston, gunslinger, prone to mistakes, currently injured. Slightly, he's banged up a little bit, coming off a season-ending injury the year before. Not as mobile as he usually is. He's not that crazy mobile, anyways. He's still pretty good mobility-wise. But if we get after him or confuse him, we're gonna win some ball games, or we're gonna win this ball game pretty handily. Their defense is okay, but their offense couldn't get it going. Thomas may be out. Landry may be out. They might be out without some weapons. And this is a prime game for us to show what we can do. Run up the score a little bit. I've already predicted 31-14 because I think we get out early. I think they don't kick field goals and they try to get back in the game. They get a couple TDs late. But hey, Kirk Cousins is made for a game like this. Give him all the crap you want about primetime games, but hey, neutral site, it's probably afternoon there, I think. It's 9:30 in the morning Eastern time, 8:30 Central. This is the type of game he's made for. This is going to be awesome, guys. This is going to be awesome. We're going to have a good game. This is where we put it together. We got enough tape. We've made enough mistakes. Our offensive line, my previous video, is playing great. Dalvin Cook, I believe, is going to playing with the harness. The last time he did that, he balled out, and that was last year. But we still got Alexander Madison, who's ready to take over if needed. We'll probably maybe mix it up more. Dalvin Cook won't get as many touches, but we're honestly not going to need it. They have the 7th worst rushing defense in the league. They're giving up 146 yards per carry. This is a game where we can mix the ball between the pass and the run, dominate them. This is the game we should have had against the Lions, but Lions took chances and were successful, and it kept us from getting the momentum. The Saints would have to try that again to us, but hey, we're ready for it now. Kirk Cousins is going to go take over in London. Justin Jefferson's going to have a good day. I think they're going to go to Thielen and KJ earlier. That's what I wanted to do against the Lions. They didn't do it right away, but they did come back to it late. But if you do it earlier, it's going to open up for KJ. The play action is going to be monstrous in this game because we're going to run the ball. We're going to move the chains. We got a good team, guys. Now the offense may do the same thing, but if we can get 4 guys as the quarterback, we're gonna have an outstanding defense. This is a bend not break defense. We got a punter that can change the field. We got an offense that can move the ball. It's a play from ahead defense because these guys got to take chances. Donatell's trying to funnel the ball to the place where he wants to go. Go back and look, man. That's what he's doing. He was trying to get them to throw left. Trying to get them to throw left. And what were they doing? Dancer wasn't having inside shading on his play. They were just going up the field, cutting it in. Dantzler's playing on the outside for some reason. There's adjustments to be made. We can make them. This defense can work. We have outstanding personnel. They just got to make individual efforts. Our 4 guys up front got to get to the quarterback, and it will work to perfection. Do I prefer this defense? Hell no. Hell no. I want to attack with these guys. But it's not what Donatel wants to do. He's very conservative. He's not playing Asamoah. He's not playing seam. Mattel has stepped up awesome. He's going with veterans. I think our defensive line showed up at times too. But hey, we need to mix it up a little bit more. Kirk Cousins is going to have a good day. Our running game is going to be on point. Justin Jefferson's going to get more open. We're going to throw it down the field on occasion. There was no crossing routes it seemed in this Lions game. I didn't see much crossing routes. That's what needs to happen. They can't double team him all the way across the field, right? They need one guy, maybe pass them off. But if you cross more crossing routes like you did in the Packers game, you're going to do a lot better. There's so much yet to untap on this offense. There's so much that we will play with less thinking on defense as we get to do what Donatel wants them to do. It could all work, man. It could all turn around. We're 2-1. We may have a little luck involved in that, but it was the Lions. We took it from them. We're 2-1. They're 1-2. They don't know what's going to happen next. We're playing a piss poor team on a neutral site. This is a win. And we got to go in there and dominate. Not just pussyfoot around, but dominate. That's it for today, guys. This is Skull World, brought to you by Minnesota Sports Talk. I'm your host, Dave. Follow me on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook at Skull World. Let's go. Let's go. Let's see you next time. Cue the music. Thank you, Viking fans, for listening. Make sure you catch my other episodes. Also, make sure you subscribe, like, and leave a comment below. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Skull Vikes.